Welcome to the channel, guys. My name is Dan Rockwell and I'm super excited to show you guys this transformation. Today we're going to do a step-by-step video of exactly how I made my bathroom go from this to this. Really love how it turned out. I pretty much bring it up in any conversation, so I have an excuse to show people photos of it. And a lot of this stuff I bought on Amazon, so I'll have links down below if you guys want any of these materials. But first things first, let's get over to the toilet and start removing it. So the first thing is to turn off the valve, of course, flush the toilet a few times, get out the water, remove the valve from the toilet, and then we just take out the two bolts and boom, the toilet is gone. Really easy to take these out. There's normally one or two screws in there. And you see those valves, just like the toilet, you unscrew the valve and boom, your vanity is out. Now when you remove the baseboards, you want to cut on top of it, get rid of that caulk right there, because if you don't, you're gonna be pulling it away and it'll mess up the paint that's on the wall. So normally you just take these baseboards out, you buy a slightly bigger one, and it kind of hides that mess right there, and it's the easiest way to do it. I'm no electrician, but you can still demo your electric. It's really easy. You just go to your breaker box, turn off the breaker for that fixture, and then unscrew your fixture and take it out. These can be a little bit of a pain in the butt to get out, especially if you don't have the right Allen wrench, but you get an Allen wrench, you monkey with it. You know, lots of times these screws are calcified, so that's what makes it so tough. But once this handle pops off, then you can unscrew the two screws and this whole thing will pop right off. Shower heads are super easy to remove. You literally just unscrew them. So just like the baseboards, we're going to be cutting the sides and the top of the shower panels so that they pop off really easy and you get that nice clean cut. Now we can remove the green board behind the shower walls, and then we move on to the shower pan, which will just be screwed in by a couple screws, easy enough. Take that out. Now it's the fun part. We get to destroy this wall. The area where the vanity was just so tiny, I had to do something. Relocating this wall was what I was going to do, and then I made it actually a glass wall, and I'm so glad I did that. It made the room look so much bigger. Vinyl plank flooring is probably the easiest flooring to demo. As you can see, it just snaps right off. You can put this in bathrooms because vinyl plank flooring is waterproof, but just be aware water can get underneath it, in between those cracks. There's moisture, there was bugs, there was mold, there was a lot of stuff living underneath this flooring, which is really bad. Of course, you lift up the vinyl flooring and there's tile, but not a big deal because there was so much moisture that this tile barely stuck to the concrete, so it was really easy to remove. My new shower is going to be wider than the old shower. Therefore, I need to move the drain over to the left so I can center the drain. This is very labor intensive. I'm so glad that I have my hammer drill. I think it's a Bulldog from Bosch. Cutting a nice straight line here with my grinder, and then I'll be finishing it off with the sledgehammer. You gotta get this baby out at least one time during a demo. Then I'll be dry fitting all the plumbing. I'm not a plumber, so this is a learning curve for me, but once I have it all dry fit, it's ready for the glue and you just glue it all together. Building my shower niche, I decided to just center it to the shower. There wasn't any plumbing or anything, so I didn't have to worry about that. Sometimes we can run into those issues. The niche is built, and then it's time to raise the shower head. This is my boy Ray. He helps me out on so many projects. He's my right-hand man. And that's something that you're gonna do in most bathrooms is raise the shower head. So that's number one. And number two is you wanna change out the valve. If you're redoing your bathroom, you might as well spend the money, get a new valve like a Delta, this one's a Delta, or a Moen. Get a name brand one so you have that confidence that it's not going to be leaking behind your wall right after you spent so much money redoing your bathroom. We also had to make adjustments to the vanity area because we're going from a 24-inch vanity to a 32-inch vanity. So here I am cutting the drain line. I actually had to do this twice because I messed it up. So I glued it all together and it still was in the wrong spot. So there's so many things like that. You're not going to see it on camera, but there is a lot of mistakes. Here's my boy Ray. Really going at it. He's dancing, he's having fun. He knows electrical too, man. This guy is such a stud. Now we have to pour concrete where I moved that drain. You can build your pan, of course, out of concrete, but these things are easier. They do cost maybe 400 bucks or something, but your slope is gonna be perfect. It's gonna be way easier to lay tile as well. So I'd highly suggest, for a better outcome, get a Schluter pan. Uh-oh guys, get your stud finder out. We got another stud on our hands. Big Davey's here to help. You may recognize him from the NBC Titan games. He's been doing tile for like 10 years. I've been doing it with him for like 4 years. So everything that I learned from tile is from this guy. Of course, we're back buttering the Schluter pan before throwing it in, and then he's gonna work on the drain here. We gotta make sure this drain is waterproof with the Schluter membrane. Now I love Schluter. We haven't been buying their curbs because their curbs are like 70 bucks. But if you just buy the cinder blocks, these cinder blocks are like $1 each. It's a way to build a curb with a fraction of the cost. Once we thin set those cinder blocks in, I like to put thin set inside of the cinder blocks and then waterproof the outside and the inside of the curb. I don't want any moisture getting underneath the curb to weaken it. My boy Don is here to help with the electrical work. He is a freaking wizard with this stuff. I have a whole video on how to put LEDs in your niche, so check that video out. Lighting is so huge in a bathroom if you want your bathroom to stand out and be the best. But I didn't get much footage of the waterproof boarding that we're putting in. This stuff is amazing. It's easier to put in than drywall, and Davey's brothers really helped me out here. So huge shout out to his brother and his son for helping me out. So I'm putting in 24 by 48 inch tile, which is huge. Make sure that you back butter. You want to put a thin coat of thin set on the back of these big tiles because you don't want any weak spots where it can crack. Big tiles equals less grout lines. So if you're in a bathroom where you're constantly getting wet, there's water everywhere, there's dirt, you're not gonna want a bunch of grout lines to clean. So that's why I'm going with the biggest tiles that I can. I think Davey's laughing right here at the leveling spacers that we're using. They're super small. We should have bigger ones, but I believe at the time they were sold out. But leveling spacers are amazing. They will level your tile for you as long as you put the thin set on there correctly. Look at this amazing cut that Davey's brothers left for me. So now I have to waterproof the seams with membrane tape. So I just put thin set on there, put the membrane tape on, and then squish it in to secure it. So a little bit time consuming, but it is a crucial step. It's the most important step in your shower build. The new vanity that I got on Facebook Marketplace for $100 had nothing to be secured to, so I'm using my laser here to put in a stud right where it needs to go. So I love this laser. I would highly recommend, if you guys are doing tile, to get a laser. I left a link in the description of this laser if you guys want to check it out. This product is called RedGuard. It's really good for waterproofing. I'm using it basically on top of my waterproofing. So there's 2 layers of protection here. You throw it on, it's pink, and then in 15 minutes it turns red and you can put on your second coat. It is drywall time. It's time to put up my green board. I chose green board because it's mold resistant, so it's perfect for a bathroom. So I'm cutting around the outlet here where my buddy Ray raised that up for me. So I'm using the multi-tool. Multi-tool needs to be in your A list as far as tools go. You're gonna use it so much in construction. If you guys have never heard of an envelope cut, watch closely. My boy Davey is showing off his skill here, and he's gonna make a beautiful floor for me. If you guys are thinking about which drain you want, which is a big decision, check out this invisible drain, guys. It is amazing, and just wait till you see the final product. Believe it or not, it took me 7 hours to do this curb. I got a mitered corner right there, but just making sure everything's leveled. And a big thing with curbs is you want to make sure that everything is leveled into the shower on top. So when water hits it, it goes right back into the shower. we're using a lot of thin set on these big tiles because my wall was so unplumb and just not level. When that happens, you have to use a lot of thin set to compensate. There's gonna be quite a big gap between the tile and the wall, like a ½ inch or so, but I think that's a good compromise rather than having to float the entire wall. You see that board on the bottom of your screen? What you do is you get that board perfectly level and then you tile up from there so that all your tiles on top are gonna be level, and then you simply take out that board and you tile in the rest. You're gonna run into unique situations like this, but I had to shim out my door trim quite a bit because there's so much thin set on these unlevel walls that the tile sticks out, and I didn't want the exposed edge on the tile. But check out these leveling spacers, guys. This is how you take these out. Super satisfying, super easy, but just make sure you use a rubber mallet and not a hammer because you can easily chip your tile. Here I'm cutting in the LED bracket and Davey's putting it in for me. Really easy process. You can miter your tile so you don't have to use any of this, but this is way easier to install, and I found a really good color match to match the tile. Outlets slow down tile jobs so much, but check out this tool on this grinder. We use it so much on all of our tile jobs. I would highly recommend you getting one of these if you are in the tile business. We're almost done, but this is where I almost lost it, guys. That last cut up on that wall was so difficult. It took me like 2 hours, and basically all I have left is do the baseboard. So tile baseboards is the way to go in a bathroom, in my opinion. A game changer in a bathroom is an LED mirror, so that's why I'm cutting this out so we can pull power and have an LED mirror with the defog feature. The only fun part about grout is that you're almost done with your tile job. It's not the funnest job to do, but I'm using Prism grout here. It's from Custom and it's a really good brand. And you can see I'm wiping it away at a 45-degree angle. That's so that I'm not wiping away too much of the grout in the grout lines. As you can see, with the big tiles, you really don't have too many grout lines, so that's another plus of using huge tiles. Drilling through tile always stresses me out, but I got my boy Ray there to help. He installed the toilet when I was doing this, but check it out, guys. We are almost done. My electrician, Don, is gonna come by to solder in the LED lights under the vanity and in the niche. I was gonna attempt to put in the glass myself, but I've never done it before. And to be honest, I was tapped out from this job. I was tired of it, so I used these guys before. They gave me a great price of $900 to throw in the glass, so I said, go for it. But check it out, guys. The bathroom is officially done.